Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Warhammer 3 Total War. Or Total War Warhammer 3 is officially called, right? And then they switched over.
Champion of the faith.
What the hell is going on here? Okay, you know what, Avaland, thank you for your sacrifice. I can just return it to Avaland. I'm afraid of clicking this because it might enable the electric count mechanic, and I really don't want to enable it at this point.
Praise be to Sigma,
Even though returning it to
servant of the faith.
the guys in charge of the place would make a lot of sense.
I have faster ways to
So, let's embed these two heroes in. We've taken control of Doc Doom.
servant of Sigma. What orders?
We have control over the castle. We have a small garrison inside. It's going to grow over time. Everything is fine. Everything is awesome. Now, diplomacy with the dwarves is actually kind of important now. And that's what I'm going to research.
We need all these if we are to stand against the old foe.
True, that is absolutely true. We do need all of those technologies if we're going to stand against the old foe, as you call it. Now, let's embed you guys into the army.
Contraptions to hasten our movement.
Get ourselves a few more Null Ironsides. 5 will do, I think. And then just realize this army isn't going to have any cavalry. That's okay. It's going to have a land ship. It doesn't need cavalry. Right, that's done. We still have 11,000 gold to play around with. Makes me happy. No. Military access, defensive alliance, military alliance with Zufbar.
I am glad.
Half expected them to want something like that after all their struggles against the Skaven. Okay, yeah, I'm sending this army down here to support this guy. Yes, I am. I think my reasoning is rather simple and direct. Okay, you're not going to take Essen. You've raised it. Good. Actually good.
Lady of Shaiish.
Allows me to colonize it.
Raise our standards here.
I mean, awesome, right? It's a foothold across the river, even though from Waldenhof I pretty much have that foothold already, but this puts me
Dark Lady
a bit closer. Good. I am happy with this. In fact, I am very happy with this. Now, do we want to actually upgrade this Garden of... probably not. Honestly, probably not. Okay. Hero hasn't moved. Gregor. Can you reach this army and block it in time? I can't really tell from the foliage. You can try at least, though, right? Nope. Nah. Worth a shot. Okay. And then we can upgrade our economy. Because we are draining it with another army that we're making, so... We are draining our income, I mean. So this is helpful. Still love to do this. Get to the other end over here and do that. Maybe one day though. We have other problems to deal with right now. Okay. Do I leave the rest of this money, or do I... Let's invest in something like this, that's fine. Commandment here, obviously, is going to be... growth and construction cost. And then over here, I don't actually need growth and construction anymore. I can go with income from tariffs, faction-wide. And that's the end of the turn. Yeah. I'm trying to move a little bit faster, but that's going to do it for now. I'm going to do the Gotrek and Felix quest battle next with Elspeth, obviously. And once that's done, I think I'll have, like, what, a turn or two left of waiting before I can build another garden and teleport her to the ogre area up north, right? And we can start fighting the ogres, consolidate this thing, and then we can make a move on Draken. But of course, if I'm going to fight Draken, I'm going to need at least one more army, maybe even two, to fight her, so... It's going to be probably a little bit slow, but it's going to be also, I reckon, probably the final fight we do in the series, because... I mean, it hasn't been going on very long, but once I take out Draken and I take out all that land, or I take control, rather, of all that land, it's really not going to... You know, there's really not going to be much of a challenge left afterwards. Even the endgame crisis, which I have buffed a little bit to 1.5%, oh sorry, to 1.5 times the strength, is... You know, at that point I have enough industrial capability and might and just raw recruitment potential, especially with electric-out units and stuff, that I can just sort of steamroll over most of the enemies, and yeah. Speaking of electric-out troops and regiments of renown, we can unlock a few of those. An unusual location in Waldenhof. What's the unusual location? Ranger outpost! Oh, awesome. Awesome, yeah, keep it. Now, I want... Sure, Machines of the Empire.
We are proud.
I'm gonna get one each turn now.
Innovation.
This is a little bit of an issue, though. Oh, the dwarves at war with... Yeah, the dwarves are at war with Sylvania.
Do anything for Sigmar.
Okay, so this is just a straight-up easy win for us. Although, you know what?
Warrior of Sigmar.
Why are they not taking... Ah, they're not taking attrition because there's a million Empiric Corruption here. Whoops.
My inventions serve the Empire.
What can you do?
What does the Emperor bid?
Okay, a land ship is being recruited. We now need 2 Hellstorm rocket batteries, or 3. 3 Hellstorm rocket batteries. It's a bit much. Why don't we get 2 rocket batteries and 1 cannon? Or maybe 2 rocket batteries and 1... Reichsguard? I want to compare Knights of the Black Sun to the Reichsguard. The Reichsguard have better charging ability, but otherwise they're not as great at holding the line. That's interesting. Although these guys have more veterancy. What about these against Knights of the Blazing Sun? Again, veterancy is a factor. But HP, melee defense... Yeah, and they cost 0 to recruit, which is fascinating. Okay, you know what? You can have one of those. We didn't have cavalry. We can use it.
By the comet.
And then... I need another army, I really do. I really do, and I think... Yeah. Instead of replacing that guy, we're going to actually just recruit someone. Okay, so Honest Steel, Pistol Corps. And start recruitment immediately. Because we're going to need multiple armies in this direction to deal with everything. That said, non-aggression pact with the North Confederacy. Yes, absolutely.
Greetings. We may not be the Empire, but our realm has...
You're not the Empire, however, you're the next best thing. You're the closest to the Empire that we have in this world.
Sigmar's sons. Do you come look?
Even closer than Britonia. So, yeah.
Sigma's will.
Okay. Now.
Aye, sir.
I'm not going to get a decisive victory out of this if I play it manually. Let me explain my reasoning here. Let me explain my reasoning. It's the coward's way out, Juggernaut.
Ever vigilant.
Work-related email again, sorry. Let me explain my rationale.
By
We can
Sigmar.
wipe them out right here, right now. Or I can fight it manually. Maybe lose a lot, maybe lose the battle. Probably not lose the battle, but maybe lose a ton of soldiers.
Of the weak. To battle.
And instead of having to deal with that, I can wipe out both of the armies, gain a ton of XP just by auto-resolving. Ton of XP for the army as well. Force march my way back into my castle, all happy,
Arch-lector.
having acquired a ton of stuff.
What orders?
And then I can, you know, go with Honest Steel. What else do we have? We have Null Iron Sides, right? So Pistol Corps. And then we go with this. And then we go with all of this. Lovely. Okay, that's done. So instead of fighting the vampires for the millionth time and getting all annoyed at how they're not going down or whatever,
Yes.
instead,
Heretic.
Gregor is a constant failure and it's hilarious. Instead of doing that, we let the dwarves retake their place, and we focus on the quest battle. So it's a question of one or the other for this episode, right? Either we do the quest battle, or we do the battle down there. And I think the quest battle is a lot more interesting, especially because it's Gotrek and Felix, everyone's favourite characters. Okay, can't be garrisoning a settlement, of course. And there we go.
As the day of mystery thins the veil between worlds, Slaanesh enacts his vengeance, dragging enemies from across the mortal world into his dark realm. Among the captured, the rogues Gotrek and Felix fight, battling to escape the Prince of Pleasure's domain. Only destroying his arcane portals would weaken the Dark Prince's grip. Yet those protecting them will demand a toll in blood.
I like the hairstyle though.
No matter the price, Gotrek and Felix cannot fall. For their survival will deal Slaanesh a deadly blow and prove vital in the adventures to come.
Okay. Thing that Slaanesh doesn't know, though, is that I've got a dragon. Isn't this more fun than fighting those dumb vampires for no reason? I think it is. The game already starts us in a checkerboard formation as well, so that is appreciated. Hellstorms can go down here. Cannons need to go... Cannons need to go, like, up here, I think, right? Yeah. And then... position you here and you over here to guard the flank, and then 2 of the cavalry in the rear. There we go. Okay. So, do we just... how does this go? We just begin, right? And they keep pouring out of the portals? I think so, yeah. Okay, really quickly though, let me pick out some targets for you to shoot at. This is a Keeper of Secrets. It's a big target. You can hit it with the cannons. You can hit that with the cannons as well. Rocket Artillery will hit Demonettes of Slaanesh somewhere. And then the rest of you guys... I actually want to move the whole line in front of Gotrek and Felix, because I need to protect them. And I'm not going to be able to protect them.
And the winds of Shaiish blow. Every drop of blood will only augment my power.
Yeah, sure.
Spread your wings.
The Alluruses are the key to escaping.
To the skies.
Okay, we can get rid of them with the dragon. That'll help. Okay, but we need to save Gotrek and Felix, and in order to do that, we need to move our guys up front.
Engineer.
I don't think I'm going to get a better chance to use this spell than right now. I know it's early on. It's pain. That is such a pain. Why are you like this?
Soldiers of the Empire! Now! Shoot them!
Okay, Gotrek and Felix are already taking a bit of a pounding. Spirit Leech on you. Can also cast that. Cast that. Okay, magic's done. Half this unit's dead already. Ooh, I hate this. Okay, get me the... What the hell are you doing with those chariots that are wiping the floor with everything?
Throw the cannons! This way! Swordsmen! Handgunners!
Retreat. They're already retreating on their own. Alright, that's why I have the cavalry in reserve. Try and take you out. Okay, sorry. Steam, could you please let me cast magic? Thank you.
Mage of Death.
And then I wonder if I can reduce their leadership down to 0 with this. I can, right? Yeah. Let's go down there, kill one at least. Oh god, Godric is dead. Oh god, please no.
Engineer. Spearman.
Okay, we've actually done alright.
On our way.
We've actually done alright, believe it or not.
Great cannon. Awaiting orders.
My forge and firearm.
Okay, who do I have in here that's
Engineer. Sparta's the target.
not a melee infantry?
By Ulrich's wrath. Swordsman.
Okay, good.
Lingering.
Godric and Felix are a little bit injured, but
Beneath our shadow.
they're alright. Okay, gotta kill the last Allurus. Which is this one, right? Yeah. Put that down there. 3, 2, 1, and done. And then you put this down here.
Doom take thee!
And then you're gonna hit her with the Dragon Breath.
By the amethyst wind!
Swordsman. For Heldenhammer. Yes, General. We are Sigmar's heirs.
A march of metal.
Please, for the love of everything that is good and holy, could you please stay out of the fight for 3 flipping minutes?
What do you bid?
You don't have to fight everything that's on the bloody battlefield.
What do you bid?
You really don't.
Yes, my lord.
Don't know if you knew this, but you really don't. Get the ogres out of there. They've done their part.
Elspeth von Draken.
Okay, that's cast. Now cast that.
As Buna fell, I called
And now go in. I really want to save the ogres. I really want to save the ogres. Can we please save the ogres somehow? Sounds like a ecology, you know, one of those eco-activists sort of
Heldenhammer.
chants.
By Ulrich's
Please save the ogres, but it's not what I mean. Curial shot, I suppose. That did more damage against our troops than it did the enemy, but you know what?
Gifted tinker.
into the wind.
I think it eventually broke the enemy, so... Okay. Hit the Fiends of Slanesh, hit the Demonettes. There's a third one, isn't there? Of course, there's always a third one. Why am I even questioning whether there's a third one? Good thing is, though, we've gotten rid of most of the enemy units. We can now focus on killing the last few.
Sigmar commands.
You've done almost no damage to them. And I understand that they're quick and all that, but
Feast on
almost no damage. 3, 2, 1, perfection.
For the twin-tailed comet. We obey. Quick march.
Forwards, you stupid bastards, forwards.
Pace. Ready for war. Now.
No, I didn't mean for the rocket artillery to hit them as well.
Great cannon. Bring it down.
Hit him with the Dragon Breath too.
Spearman.
Okay, the Allurus should be dead.
For Heldenhammer.
These demons should be relatively easy to take out with guns from the positions that we have.
State troops. Ready.
Okay. Done. Whew! I mean... Yeah, all things considered... Not easy, but we have Godric and Felix now, and that's the 2 quest battles done, and I think we're done with quest battles as a whole. I don't know if we have one more or not. I don't think so. I think we have the one for Elspeth and then Gotrek and Felix, and that's it. I think Elspeth has only one, right? Alright, has only one left. Yeah, because we've hit level 30 with her and we didn't get anything new, so yeah, pretty sure that was the last one that we just did. Okay, good. Great, in fact. We've cut all that stuff down. It doesn't look like that much, because... they sort of come at you in waves, but... 700 schematics, by the way. Nice. Okay, I'd rather take the unit replenishment, because I need the army intact in case I get attacked or something.
Nightmare or a nightmarish adventure.
And there they go. Gotrek and Felix. Two legendary companions. Now the question is, how the hell do we use them?
The ancestors agree.
Okay, I think I'm going to send them... I'm going to send them this way.
Don't be over-eager.
Yeah, I'm going to send them over there to meet up with any new armies that I might find. Like I'm searching for them. Any new armies that I might send that way. Imperial Gunnery School, another 2,000 schematics. Let's continue upgrading our stuff. I think now we can go to the Amethyst Armory. And I would like... what's the difference between a regular Helmstorm rocket battery and an Amethyst rocket battery? And wouldn't it be better to just upgrade things over here?
There are
Tell you what, yes it would. Yes it would, because the number of Amethyst units is fairly limited, and... Okay, yeah, sure, they're good, but... Are they that good that I need to forego upgrading the other ones? I don't think so. 19,000 gold to spare. Before I forget, let's take a look at the diplomacy thing again. So I can get an alliance with Zufbar. He's still fighting Grimgor's Ard. Boys, I just saw it. Grimgor took over Zufbar.
Master engineer.
Okay, as soon as we get rid of all the vampires, we need to start moving on Zufbar and we need to liberate it. How exactly do I intend on doing that? I'm not sure. But something has to be done. Yeah, that was what we call a yikes. I thought they'd be able to hold against the greenskins, but those wars are ridiculously powerful in auto-resolve. It's basically 2 armies for the space and price of 1. And generally the AI has a hard time dealing with it.
For Verena and Null.
Yeah.
Amethyst Mage.
Do I go for artillery master and stuff here, or do I... Well, let's go with the final one up here, and then... Artillery master, I guess. We have one artillery unit, it's not like
I must
it's gonna change that much, but... Eh. Get that done too.
Rider of the Dragon in Carmine.
Okay, I just need to take a look at something work-related for a second, and I'll be back. I'm just going to pause the recording for a second, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Let's get back into it. I'm just going to quickly upgrade this, I think, and... We're going to end turn, right? I did everything, I feel like. Yeah, this army moved. Over here everything is set. Yeah, that's it. Okay, next turn. Oh, right, I forgot about Gavin. Well, I mean, he can stay there. He's providing vision. We need to get rid of those ogres first and foremost. After we've done that, we can move on from there. God, this is taking a while.
Elspeth von Draken, awaiting your pleasure.
Defensive alliance with Solent. No. I don't need a defensive alliance with you, because that's going to increase your power rating and it's going to make it more difficult to confederate you later. And you're not exactly in danger of being, you know, overrun by anything, so... Part of me wants to pause the recording during these end turn timers and stuff so I can get through it all a little bit quickly, and a little bit more quickly, that is, and I think I will. Your increased vigilance leads to an intriguing opportunity. Amass a treasury of 15,000. Well, done, right? There you go. No half means no quarter, or unlock hero Ulrika Magdova. We definitely want to unlock Ulrika Magdova. Sorry, it's not Magdova, it's Magdova. Fine. Sir Arthur Kills a Lot is back with us again. Onward on to glory. Clearly, though Ulrika and Gabriella are no friends of the Ruinous Powers, they cannot be allowed to act of their own accord. Ulrika will not return to Nachthafen Castle, but will instead continue her training in our service. Yes, indeed, and she's a really good hero when it comes to combat. It's a bit of a shame to use her for this down here, because look at all the abilities she has as a combat hero, so...
Yes, blessed is this
yeah, and I mean, so are Gotrek and Felix, and... Now that I say that out loud, a part of me wants to take all of these heroes and put them in the same army.
Von Draken, blood daughter.
I get the feeling that's going to be a pretty awesome thing to do.
Amethyst mage.
Right, let's see if you can assassinate this guy again.
For Verena and Nuln.
And success! Okay, good.
Show me the accused.
Good. Okay, next step. we need some technology. Guards are more fast travel cost down 30%. This is really useless, come to think of it, because, like... Although vision of all non-hostile capitals is kind of useful. Tell you what I need. I need control +2 across all provinces. Yeah, that's what we're going to get.
We are proud in the empire of our innovation.
Lovely. Okay. They're going to move down there. I still need to recruit this. Let's do the whole gardens thing that I wanted to do a minute ago, right? So, garden there. Fast travel there really quickly. And next turn we're going to fight these guys. Let me just check to see I'm not missing anything, right? No, I'm not. That's it. I have this army en route down here. Good. The dwarves took back their ancestral hold of whatever this smaller settlement is, so that's good. And now... Hey! I mean, Gregor Eisenhorn succeeded in his mission as well, so really that's it, right? At this point, what else could you possibly want? Unfortunately, the old dwarf road has been overrun with, I think, Skaven. And I did accept a mission to kill these guys. And considering this is their last settlement, I have no doubt that that's exactly what they're going to do, is just, you know, walk into their own demise. But that's all fine and dandy. Question is...
Show me the accused.
Do I continue down the Old Dwarf Road and take Ackendorf and Allfriar? I could liberate Ackendorf. I think that's... I want to liberate Ackendorf. But I'm going to make a save. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a save right here before liberating Ackendorf. And then I'm going to try and liberate it. If the game lets me liberate it, and, you know, just gives me either a vassal or whatever allied faction there, all is fine and well. If, on the other hand, it decides to give me an independent count and the fealty mechanic with, you know, all those things, then in that case I really don't want to do that. And I'll look for a different solution, shall we say, to my problems. But now that that's done, we once again don't have anything else to do we? I mean, I was used to a little bit more kind of fast-paced, I want to say.
If that's what the Emperor commands.
Action and situations and stuff. But as things stand, we're slowing down a little bit, which is alright. It's just, well, you know. Feels like I'm forgetting something, even though I pretty much know I'm not. Okay, and we're going to leave the last 3,000 for something else. When can we get? Soon, 7 turns, we can get this to level 5. That's not bad. We don't need an outpost. Gardens of More are done. Imperial Gunnery School, 300. Okay. And that's it. Another turn done. I wonder what took out the Old Dwarf Road. I mean, is there Skaven down south? Because if I'm going to fight them, it's going to open up another front line, and... I think the main question is, which Skaven faction is it? Because if it's a larger one, then... yeah, we could piece them out, but I need to look at long-term sort of solutions for this. Yeah, there you go. There's a move of desperation. They have no settlements left, so they have to attack. Unfortunately for them, though.
No.
It's a bit too late now, and the Fecondites are about to declare war. Yep. Damn it! Is this because I got rid of the vampires? It is, isn't it? It absolutely is. It is because I got rid of the vampires. Oh, no, I haven't. There's still a faction. Never mind. Technically, they're still alive, right? Okay, so they just decided to attack. That's fine. I have to play a little bit more passively now, and I think that's the correct call to make. We can't go forth and take over their settlements and stuff. Well, I mean, we can, but it's not the smartest thing to do. The smartest thing to do would be to hold the line with Elspeth's army, wait for them to come to us, and wait for reinforcements, because we have 2 whole armies being recruited, and most likely a 3rd one on the way as well. So, yeah. I think the correct course of action here would be to sell Munzig to someone, and, you know, sort of go from there. I'm going to do migration, because we just got rid of the Confederation penalty. Gardens of Moor destroyed. The enemies of the Empire have... What? Gardens of Moor destroyed. Gipfel. The enemies of the Empire have taken this region as their own and burnt the gardens. What are you talking about? They haven't. Okay, what?
To the provinces.
Is it an
Defend
agent
the
action
Empire.
that can destroy it?
By Sigma's right.
Because I mean, you just said they've taken the territory. They really haven't. And so, what the hell are you talking about?
Amethyst Magistrix.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to throw caution to the wind a little bit. I'm going to attack the ogres immediately. Even though the correct course of action will be to book it to Talabheim. This is mostly just basic level infantry, right? Yeah. We've had some incredibly difficult battles recently. I don't need this one.
You ain't boss!
Dark Lady unknown.
Okay, sure. All that's fun. All that's done. Get rid of the vampires.
The Empire!
Once and for all, I think, right? Well, there's going to be more of them throughout the Empire and throughout the world. They're going to pop up every now and again.
I live to serve the Emperor.
I want to check what's in
I will
Eckendorf.
go.
Rather, I want to check which Skaven faction is in Eckendorf. So it is Clan Nor.
In shadow.
Fascinating. So it's not this clan up here.
For the Empire!
It seems I have much to consider.
Okay. I have a considerable amount of forces here. I can probably get to work on that, but I really want to take a look at diplomacy first and foremost. Karaza Karak. Trade, military access, balance that out, and... You don't have a lot of money, do you? Okay, let's see what else we can do. Trade. You're the only ones.
To war!
Defensive alliance, military alliance, become vassal. Become vassal. Karak Hirn is willing to become my vassal.
Welcome,
Not only that, they're going to pay me for it as well.
I agree.
Congratulations. You've been vassalized by the Empire. Okay, next, join Confederation. Yeah, look at that. So, Reichland is just a couple of times more powerful than probably Nordland, Westerland, Marienburg, and Midland put together, but they're willing to confederate with me. I'm assuming a large part of this is our friendly relations, an alliance already being formed, etc., etc., but Aveland and Solent have these
all right
with me as well, and yet it's not, so to speak, it's not doing it for them. Which is kind of strange, but oh well. It is what it is. So Karak Hirn controls this. They also, well, they would like to control Vidovdan, which is
Slayer.
I mean, this is a strange name for a settlement, because this, at least in my language and a few others, is the name of a holiday. So, I mean, it goes back to ancient Slavic mythology. It's derived from a name of a Slavic god, but it's like, how do I put this? It's like the Christmas Isles, right? Or it's like having a town named New Year's Eve. Or a town named St. Patron's Day or something. It's not entirely unheard of. You can encounter stuff like that, but it's just a bit
Sigmarite
strange.
Archlector. What orders?
Yeah, anywho.
Warrior of Sigmar.
You get pistol core level 3. Give you some piercing shots. Get you some more magic. It's Doom and Darkness, right? Yep. So to make sure. Okay, this army is on the way.
Yes.
This army, what did we say? So this one's going to have great swords and iron sides, and a few miscellaneous units. This one's not going to be much different. You'll see soon that a lot of the Empire armies tend to kind of look alike in how they fight. I mean, they're not the same. You can have different, you know, armies and different... So I have this. Here's what I've got. I have Empire armies and unit compositions for each and every one. So here's one for Karl Franz. This is what is recommended. And you have like different varieties of the armies you can have. There's one for Balthasar Gelt, Volkmar, Marcus Wolfhart, Elspeth, General of the Empire. And then you have for the Archlector, for the Master Engineer. For the Master Engineer, they suggest no more than 4 greatsword units, 4 Ironsides, and then the rest to be, you know, tanks and cavalry and landships and artillery. It's a rough idea of how you don't need to follow this to the T, right? You can remove 1 tank and add another cavalry or another greatsword, or you can remove whatever, one of the heroes to add another artillery piece or something. It's not like you need to stick to this forever. But here's one, for example, for the... So I think this is for the Archlector, right? Yeah, there you go. For the Archlector, it gives you 5 greatswords or 4 greatswords and 2 halberds and stuff like that. But you're going to notice, I'm going to take you through most of these armies really quickly. So take a look at this one, and then this one. I mean, this one recommends free company, so... but for the early game, sure. And then Balthasar Gelt. And you're going to notice that as we're sort of going through these armies, it's kind of the same thing. Sure, there's differences between the unit types and stuff, but you're going to go with some greatswords, followed by some guns or archers, followed by cavalry, artillery, and tanks. Cavalry, artillery, no tanks here. Cavalry, okay, no artillery here. I don't recommend this. I don't think this is particularly great. Let's take a look at here, right? Frontline, archers, cavalry, artillery. Cavalry, artillery, tanks, frontline, and archers. Archers can be with guns or crossbows, and the frontline can be cheaper or more expensive, but that's it. My point is, I'm recruiting this army, right, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. This is going to have, like, slightly fewer greatsword units, and we're going to lean heavier into, like, demigriffs, and probably get, like, 2 landships and 2 Helmstorm rocket batteries, and maybe 1 cannon, or something like that. But it's not going to be drastically different from this. And that's what I'm saying, like, most of the Empire armies are focused around combined arms, with frontline, guns in the rear, and then cool and super powerful artillery and cavalry and stuff in the back. And as a result, they kind of play similar to an extent, which is, you know,
For Naln's end.
it's fine, but just got to be aware of it, I suppose.
Add it to my collection.
And so, if you're looking for some super cool, unique armies that you've never seen before, probably not going to happen. You know, because at the end of the day, the most effective ones kind of play similar with admittedly different units, but you can't make an army of like 20 landships, or 18 or 17 landships. You can, it's just not very good. Same goes with tanks. Tanks are great to support your army, but not to carry it through everything, right? And so, as a result, yeah. You get, occasionally, I don't want to say some problems, because the armies are very fun to use, and you have different heroes and stuff, and there is some variety to them, but generally you want a combined army of all sorts of different things. Those are the ones that are most effective. That's about it. So, before we end the video, I just really quickly want to go over to the Skaven. Clan Nor has 8 settlements. Okay, we're not going to fight them yet. We have a small contingent of forces here. Instead, we're going to keep Munzig. And we're just going to relax. This army's going to fight Clan Ferric, I think. They're going to go over to Black Falls as well. This is going to be our expeditionary force to try and save the dwarves against, you know, themselves. And this army is also going to rush in
Praise be to Sigmar.
around here to fight the orcs and Grimgor. And now that I know all of that,
Welcome, friends of the Dowie.
let's get this going with you. And trade is good. That's all done.
Yes? Sigmar's.
Okay,
All right.
that's it. Now I've just got to spend this money that I've got.
I trust no man.
My curse is strength.
I don't want to provoke Dryker anymore. Let's send this guy up north. Also, I have Krugenheim. I don't think I noticed that I have Krugenheim up until now. It's a bit sort of isolated and out there, but okay. And let me just get... I was going to say some defenses set up. I'm not really in a position to get any defenses set up anywhere. going to be a bit difficult to do that. Defense is going to have to be armies that I recruit. Which, you know. Is a little bit difficult. Because that usually takes time. But okay. Get this up to level 3. Get this up. And I mean, I have slots available in sort of this part of the world, but I don't really know what to put there. Public Order's doing fine. I don't need those things, I guess. Capacity for Empire Captains? I mean, what else do I want to increase? This doesn't give me much. I'll make this one, I suppose, and I'll make this one as well. And then over here, we'll go with another one of these. You know we're doing well when we're upgrading all sorts of things that we don't realistically need. Okay, that'll do. That'll do for now. I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's been going on for way too long. My name's Juggernaut. Have fun, take care, and you know the drill. Like, subscribe if you want to. Like and subscribe, sorry, if you want to stay tuned with the rest of the series. Bye-bye.